Are you after a way to record your gameplay? I got you covered. We got the Elgato HD60X capture card here. Now, I use this on the daily to record all my Pokemon videos you're watching right now, and it comes in a very nice little compact design. We got the HDN in and out and the USB-C, so it's very, very simple to use. It also comes in the box with a USB-C and a HDMI, so once you get it, you're all good to rock and roll. Bringing up the capture software here, we got screenshot options, we got sound muting options, we got mic muting options, start, stop. We can also change the title of the recordings. Lots of different preferences and options to run through here, such as contrast and saturation, your recording options here, flashback recording, and changing your mic over and out. Now, also there's a location for your library for all your other saved recordings, so you can find them really easy. If you're interested in this capture card and any other of Elgato's products, you can check it out. The link will be in the description of the video. I'll also leave it in as a pinned comment as well. Alright people, let's get on to the battles. What's up with you? For today's video, with a full Pokemon 2000 team. I'll be doing the main Pokemon that featured in the Pokemon 2000, the movie, and putting them on one team. Now, I already did the very first Pokemon movie team, so I thought we could probably do all of them. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comment section. Alright, I've got 3 battles today, and I really hope you enjoy them. This is a battle against Warina. I think that's how you say it. Now, this Pokemon 2000 movie came out in 1999. I was 10 years old when this came out, so that was a long while ago. And I got a Zapdos card as well. Who actually went to the cinema for this movie? Let me know in the comment section of the video. Might be some really older fans out there. Alright, so we got the Regirock as the lead here, and we got a Weather Ball Slowbro with Trick Room, Slack Off, and Rain Dance. And of course, Weather Ball. We got the EV Spreaders, Max Health and Max Special Attack, Quiet Nature. Regirock is going to be setting some rocks up. Basically, it's going to throw its arms and, just throw them off the field there. And I'm going to be setting up the Rain Dance here. Now, my item is going to be Damp Rock, and I've got the Regenerator as well. So now the Regirock is going to go for an Iron Defense here, boosting its 3 sky-high defenses. So it's like, okay, well, that's not going to affect me at all because I'm running a special set. So I'm going to be going for a Weather Ball here on the Regirock, and that Regirock is going to be sunk. So that's a very, very good start to the battle there. I mean, there are some Stealth Rocks on the field, but, I was happy to trade that for a KO. Next Pokemon is going to be Nihilego. So like, okay, this might be able to live my Weather Ball. So I'm going to be going for a Trick Room here. Power Gem doesn't really touch me all that much there. Slowbro's got some thick special defense, so I knew I'd be able to live that easily. So now I was thinking to myself, I could go for a Max Strike here. Now, when you go for a Dynamax on Weather Ball, right, it'll take the weather that's actually currently happening. If there's none, it'll be Max Strike. But Dynamax won't, when you click the Dynamax button, it actually won't update it. So it won't say Max Geyser. So you just have to know that it's going to be Max Geyser if it is raining. Say if it was sunny, it would be Max Flare, it's Max Hailstorm on hail, that sort of thing. That's something they really should update in the future. So go for the Max Geyser here off the Weather Ball, and that is going to be enough to take out Nihilego in one shot. They're giving me a nice little early lead to this battle. Now, my opponent was running a theme team here, or a mono team. This is on the Wycon, by the way, here. And the next Pokemon is going to be Stack Attacker. So this is like a rock versus almost a flying team. Well, there's a lot of fire Pokemon on my team, as you can imagine. So here we go. We've got a Dynamax Stack Attacker here, and we've got that versus my Slowbro. So I wonder if this is going to outspeed me, because Stack Attacker is a very, very slow Pokemon as well. So Slowbro and Slowking, they're slow, but Stack Attacker is very slow too. So I'm going to be going for Max Guard again. I thought they may pop a Max Guard here, but they didn't. So I'm going to outspeed there. I'm not sure whether it was very, very close for a speed type. But Stack Attacker is going to be going down. So I've taken 3 Pokemon out so far with the Slow King. So that's excellent. So very, very good start to the battle. I mean, could we get a Slow King sweep here? Next Pokemon is going to be Lycanroc. So okay, well, I mean, Lycanroc's going to get outsped out of the Trick Room, unless it goes for a Cell Rock. They do, but it hardly does any damage to me all there. I can go for a Max Geyser here and take it out. It may have a Focus Sash, though. That's the only reason I thought they might swap it in, but it did have a Sash. So, okay, they just wanted to get, some damage off before the Lycanroc is going to faint. So that's 4 Pokemon down here. Next Pokemon is going to be Rhyperior. So, all right, Rhyperior. if this hits me with a really, really powerful physical move, I don't know if I might just live it. I do have max health, so I'm going to be outspeeding the Rhyperior here, and that is almost definitely going to take it out there with its massive weakness to water. So bye-bye Rhyperior. We are down to one more Pokemon here, people, with the Weather Ball Slowking Sweep. And our next Pokemon here is going to be Stone Journey. You don't get to see this too often in singles. They're going to pop a Rock Slide there, outspeeding me. Slowking lives it. And I got flinched. You wouldn't read about it. So, man, I was salty. So the rain ended. We missed out on the people. Like, I'm so sad about that. That flinch saved them. They absolutely saved them. So, bye-bye, Slowking. They've only got Stone Journey left. I was like, you know what? Let's swap into Articuno. This is a sheer cold troll set. So I'm going to lose half my health here due to the Stealth Rocks put on the field. We got Sheer Cold, Mind Reader, Substitute, and Hail. And I've got a Bag of Salt, Bright Powder as my item. So Sheer Cold's going to miss. Rock Slide's going to miss. I was like, okay, that's good. Sheer Cold is going to land this one. And Stone Journey is going to go down in one shot right there. But, to top it off, a Baby Bottle on top of that. Man, like, they were lucky getting that flinch. The second I got a one-hit KO, man, that switch just went out the window. Anyway, thank you to the battle, whoever that was there. I hope you enjoyed that Weather Ball Slowking. You got lucky. All right, let's get on to battle number 2 here. This is against Joba King, and we have a Noivern lead here. Now, in that first battle, I didn't get to use virtually my entire team, so I'll get to show you all the other sets here. So we got a physical Moltres here, and it's going to be a Choice Bandit set. So I've got Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Steel Wing, and Brave Bird. And I've got Jolly Nature and Max Attack and Max Speed. The item is going to be Choice Bandit. I said that already, and we've got the Flame Body. So this is a Supersonic Noivern, and I can tell you what, it was super annoying because, I was kidding myself in confusion. So Noivern is going to go for a double team here. So it's got Supersonic and it's got double team. So just, a really, really annoying set. So I'm going to hit myself in confusion, of course, for the second time there. And now Noivern is going to go for yet another double team. So I didn't want to, Dynamax straight away because, people would be roasting me if I did that. So, you know what? I'm just going to wait. I'm going to land an attack on this soon enough. So Brave Bird is going to miss, unfortunately, and now Noivern is going to go for Air Sash. So I can see what sort of set this is. It's just pure scum. So that has a chance of flinching, and Brave Bird is going to miss. So Moltres got to do absolutely nothing there against Noivern, man. But Moltres comes back in a fiery force in the next battle. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Slowking. Since I had such good luck with it, I thought, we'll swap it in here and give it a go. So I've got my, I've got Trick Room too. I need to slow this thing down. So I thought, well, maybe I could set my Rain up there. With the Damp Rock, the Rain lasts for 8 turns though. So I got, I got a good chance to fire off a watery Weather Ball. So now, of course, the Supersonic is going to land again on my Slowking, and I get the Rain Dance off. So, okay, good. I don't know how they're managing to land Supersonic over and over. Like, this is pure luck, right? Anyway, so we got that rain flowing. It's very wet. It's been very wet in Australia at the moment. I know everyone thinks it's sunny here 24/7, but we do get rain here, right? It is possible. And we get eaten by giant animals from the forest, massive 50-foot spiders and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to bring in the slow Pika, the Pika with the hat on, and it's going to go for a Thunder. What would a slow Pika be? That'd be like a big, thick Pika. They've got to do that now. That's going to be like the next Pikachu form they do in like Gen 9. They're going to do it. Anyway, so we're going to have a Noivern go for Roostia, and Slow Pikachu can actually be bulky. I'm making up some new forms for you, Game Freak. Mac, you can do like a really, really bulky one with it's really tanky. I'd like to see a tanky Pikachu. Anyway, we're going to get a nice little paralysis there with the Thunder and the Rain, and this is actually pretty interesting. So go for Thunder again, and Noivern is going to be fainting here. So that was interesting. Bye-bye Noivern. Now, I want to show you something pretty cool here, and I want to know if anyone in the comment section can actually know why this is happening. Watch this, just pay close attention. So Altaria comes out here in all its shininess, and it's going to go for a Sing, and it missed, thank goodness. Thunder missed in the rain. How is that possible? Can anyone answer the question? I missed again with it. How is this happening? Because as you know, Thunder is 100% accurate in the rain. How is this possible? How is this possible? It's a little quiz for you, and I want to let you, let you answer in the comment section of the video. Anyway, so finally I land a Thunder from down under, and I get that Paralyze, which is very, very good. Now the rain is going to dry up there. It's been 8 turns after Slowking laid it on the field. I'm going to pop an Iron Tail there, and Melmetal is going to help your boy out. So now on this Pikachu set, we've got Iron Tail Play Rough. I gave it Iron Tail Quick Attack, Thunder, And it was just another coverage. I tried to give it moves that Ash, kind of had at the time too, and I actually gave it max attack and max special. Oh, the other move is agility. So now we got a Salamence coming out. I'm going to swap in Lugia. And this is a pretty fun Lugia set. It's all based around Scum. You got the set. So Salamence is going to have a Quick Claw Headbutt set with Focus Edge. Of course it is. Like, it couldn't be any other way, right? So I don't get credit, which is good. And now I'm going to get the Thunder Wave off on the Salamence. Let's explain what this Lugia set is. So we've got Scope Lens as the item. I've got Aero Blast, Future Sight, Twister, and the Thunder Wave. So you might be able to see what this set is all about. So, of course, we've got a Headbutt and Ember Salamence only on PIMPNITE Child there. It does 3 damage to Lugia. Now, the problem is, right, this Lugia was actually trying to get flinches on the opponent. So you'd paralyze them, and then you go for Twister and get the flinch. Well, that was the idea of this set anyway. I don't know, like with Twister, I seem to get very unlucky with it. I hardly get the flinch at all. And, it's got a 30% chance, so it's not all that bad. Then again, it's not all that good either. So, we're going to actually finally get a flinch on the Salamence here. Going for another twist here on Salamence. It's not going to take it out, and Salamence is going to get another headbutt off here. I think Salamence critted me twice there with the headbutt. So, it did a fair bit of damage to me, considering I only was using, the headbutt. So, I'm going to finish off there with a Aero Blast and bye-bye Salamence. Now, my ability was multi-scale, if that wasn't, obvious already. EV spread was max speed and max special attack. Timid nature. So next Pokemon is going to be Goodra. I'm going to set that Future Sight up, which is going to be good. So getting that Future Sight on the field there. And now here comes a Dragon Breath from Goodra. That doesn't do a lot of damage to me, but it's probably like a scummy paralysis there. I know what these moves are. So here comes another Dragon Breath on the Goodra. My move missed, which is pretty mean there. And now I can finally get a Twister on here. So I was thinking, if I can get a flinch and then a Future Sight, my future might be bright, but it didn't happen. So Goodra is going to take me out with another Dragon Breath. So that must be based around paralyzing me. I'm sure it's got some other scummy moves, right? So here comes the Future Sight on the Goodra, and Goodra is very, very thick, so it's going to take that with these. It's also got the leftovers as the item too, so I need to take this thing out pretty quick, right? So we're going to go into Thickachu, and I can go for a Iron Tail here. So I went for Iron Tail, and Goodra went for Aqua Tail. So I don't know how I lived that, because Pikachu isn't really bulky, and Melmetal's going to help me out there, do me a real solid, but it doesn't quite take out the Goodra. But since I was running Quick Attack on this set, I can go Pikachu, use Quick Attack, and take out the Goodra, which is going to be very good there. Pikachu's got some pretty good attack stats too. I've got the item as Light Ball as well. So my idea was to go for agility and you use the Pikachu as a mixed sweeper, So bye-bye Goodra, solid performance there. Next Pokemon we're going to have here is going to be Tyrantrum. So I'm alright, well I can use Iron Tail again. This will give some alright damage. And I was like, you know what? I can't use that because of Gooey, because it's going to outspeed me. Let's go for Quick Attack and get rid of the balloon. So this is going to be a Dragon Tail Tyrantrum, so I could have used that, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Pikachu is going to faint. So alright, fair enough, we'll go into Slowking here. So Slowking, as you know, is only a Weather Ball set, and of course Tyrantrum's got Horn Drill, so it's got Dragon Tail and Horn Drill, Oh, I see. So maybe it's some sort of phasing set with one hit KO move. So anyway, the rain is up now. The rain is pouring, and Slowking is going to be snoring because it just got a Horn Drill right in the face, which is very, very sad there. So Slowking is going to get wrecked. So I need to take this thing out. It's an extreme big threat. So going to Zapdos right now. The pressure's on, baby. We got, what do we got here? Round, Air Cutter, Charge Beam, and Ancient Power. So popping around here and boosting my special attack. I've got max speed and max special attack with Throat Spray as the item. And this Zapdos, is hitting pretty hard after, one Charge Beam boost here. Plus, you've got the chance of Air Cutter critting as well. So we got another attacking move there on the Tyrantrum. It doesn't take it out, and of course the Tyrantrum gets another Horn Drill off on my Zapdos. So at this stage, I was getting pretty salty of getting wrecked by one hit KO move. So I'm you know what? I'm sending my one hit KO Pokemon. So at this stage, it's man, if I go, I actually might get hit by a Horn Drill here. I have to go for a Desperation Dynamax here and go for the Max Hailstorm. Now, Max Hailstorm will also activate my ability too. This is a Snow Cloak Bright Powder Articuno. I've run this a couple of times there, and I've had lots of salt for it. Now we've got Sheer Cold and Mind Reader too, and I've got max speed and max health. So we're virtually just relying on Sheer Cold to take the opponent out. This set works really well when it's the last Pokemon because it doesn't really have a way of trapping the opponent's team. So, once they do suspect you're going to go for a one-hit KO move, which can be obvious after you use Mind Reader, it's difficult. I mean, you could chance a Sheer Cold there on a swap, but, it's much better having that guarantee. So that's going to be the end of Tyrotum. Last Pokemon is Rayquaza. So like, oh, what is this going to be? I was thinking to myself, there are a couple of moves Rayquaza can definitely do against me. I do have Sheer Cold though, but will it take out Rayquaza with Dynamax? I don't think so, it's not like I'm running any EV. It's not like I'm running like any EVs and special attack at all. So here we go, Dynamax Rayquaza there, and I actually went for a max guard this thing. So I wanted to see what Rayquaza was actually going to try and do to me first, and I had this good idea. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take Rayquaza out with the Sheer Cold. So I went for the max guard there. Rayquaza is going to go for Airstream. So like, okay, Airstream, that's fine. I don't really care that it outspeeds me. This is a pretty bulky set, right? So go for max Hailstorm there, just softening up the Rayquaza a little bit there, and that does excellent damage, but it doesn't take it out, which is, I expected that because it was in Dynamax. So here comes a second Airstream from the Rayquaza, and I lived that easy. So I'm like, okay, great. What I could do now is I only need to live one more turn, and I'll go for the sub to get the dub, and then I can go for Mind Reader and Sheer Cold on the Rayquaza, right? Now, actually, not a bad move in this set would be Roost as well. You could forego Substitute if you wanted to. However, the Rayquaza is going to use, I'm guessing it's V-Crate or Fire Blast, and Articuno is going to be going down in flames there, people. And that's the end of the second battle there. I didn't get to land a one-hit KO on my opponent. I was very sad about that. All right, let's get on to battle number 3 here. This was a battle against Nick. This one was on the YCOM as well. And this was actually, this was quite an interesting battle. Now, I really wanted to get my Articuno to try and get some one-hit KOs this time. So like, all right. So we got Tokius' lead here. Now, in the team preview, my opponent's team looked very, very sweaty and competitive. So I'm like, I don't know how well this team's going to do, but I thought I may have a chance if I can get my surprise attacks to land. So I've got Choice Band Steel Wing. I was like, I doubt my opponent would expect this, right? So go for the Steel Wing on the Tokius. Even though it didn't take it out in one shot, it did excellent damage. And I guess Tokius thought they get a free nasty plot up there. So now they're going to have to chance me take him out with a Steel Wing or swap into another Pokemon. So I'm guessing they don't want to take that chance at all. And they are going to go into the Milotic. Like, okay, Milotic. Now, there's not a lot I can actually do with that with my Moltres in Choice Band. So I'm going to be forced to swap it out there. It would have been nice if I had like a different, not choice item, but I couldn't have done much anyway. I could have probably only got for the U-turn. So bringing in Zapdos, because I thought inevitable water type move there. Probably Scald, maybe Ice Beam, expecting a swap there, but Scald does a fair bit. So with this stage, I'm like, well, I'd say looking at the team preview, what my opponent's going to bring in, I know what Pokemon they're going to bring in. They had an Electivire in their teams. Like, they're going to try and get a free Motor Drive and a free swapping. And, of course, Electivire comes right in there. So I knew that would happen. So I was like, okay, this is great. I can go for an Ancient Power here and try and get a boost. I did contemplate going for a round there, but I thought Ancient Power would be a better move there for a little bit more damage, right? So Lighty's either going to go for an Ice Punch here, or it's going to go for a different move, like maybe a Wild Charge or something like that. Now, I did think it would go for an Ice Punch, but I couldn't take that risk because my entire team, when you look at them, like most of my team was weak to flying, being flying. There's 4 flying types on my team. So Zapdos is going to go down there. That didn't really take me by surprise. I knew there was a good chance of that happening there. And I thought, you know what? If I lose Zapdos, I'll just swap him back in Moltres. So at this stage, like, you know what? I'd say they may stay in here. I believe they'll stay in and go for a Thunder Punch. And they did. I'm going to outspeed them and go for a Flare Blitz. And that is going to be the end of the Electivire there. So far, I'm reading my opponent fairly well there, Next Pokemon is probably, I was thinking, well, it's probably going to be, Milotic, right? What can I do to this? This Pokemon is very, very good. I do have my Pikachu, but it's going to be hard to swap Pikachu in and use Thunder because they know that I'm going to go for Thunder, right? And Pikachu isn't very bulky either, so it's going to be hard to swap it in. I'm going to have to take a Pokemon out and swap it in. It's going to be a nightmare, right? So I'm going to swap my Articuno and see if we can get this one-hit KO strategy. Go. So unfortunately for me, I got burned on Substitute, which actually really, really helped them out during this matchup here. So I thought, let's not blow the Sheer Cold just yet. How about I go for the sub and see what other move Milotic's going to do? Maybe they'll swap. maybe they'll just go for another coverage move, or maybe they'll just go for Scald, you know? So throwing that sub up there, I know that I can live a Scald. Bright Powder kicks in, and they missed altogether. It's like, oh, that's really good, you know? Now Milotic may need 2 Scalds to break my sub. So go for the Mind Reader. I thought this is actually a good opportunity, because Milotic will probably really want to get rid of my sub, you know? Like, it's when your opponent's got a substitute up, right, you need to break it, unless you got a sound-based move. So Scald is going to hold there, so I thought, oh, maybe they'll go for another Scald again in hopes they'll be able to break it, because they'll probably think, oh, I can leave any move this Articuno uses, right? So I went for the Sheer Cold there, and Milotic is going to go down. So that was excellent. It worked out very, very perfectly, but now I know they're probably not going to fall for the same trick, you know? Like, I'm going to have to try and work this around. Do I just go for Sheer Cold right away, or do I try and go for Mind Reader? So in comes Blaziken, and this is a very, very scary thing here. So I'm going to be setting up the Hail. I thought, let's change my strategy up a little bit. I might be able to, you know, dodge a lot of attacks here. So instead of actually attacking me, the Blaziken went for a Sword Dance. And I thought it might try that with a Sash. So I was like, let's go set the Hail up. I'll break the Sash if it's got one. You know, that'll be smart. So it's going to get hit by the Hail there. So it did have a Sash, it's gone. But the Blaziken is going to have leftovers instead. So like, okay, so that's a bit of a pain. At least my Snow Cloak ability is active. But at this stage, Blaziken could attack my sub. But the thing about it is I don't have Roost here. So what I'm thinking they're thinking is, well, I'm just going to let this Articuno faint to the burn, you know. It's behind a sub. Well, that's bad, but, you know, it seems to not have any way of recovering itself off of Roost, and they've seen all my moves now, you know. So I'm going to go for Mind Reader. It's my only hope to actually take this Blaziken out, you know. They're going to have to attack me or swap at this stage. So Blaziken, once again, is at full health. We know that it doesn't have a Sash, so it's fine, and, you know, it's good to go. Like, I've got to get rid of this. It's got Speed Boost and Sword Dance. It's extremely broken, right? Very, very powerful Pokemon. So now Blaziken is going to have Protect. It's like, fuck, I was hoping it didn't have Protect. So the bad thing about it having Protect is my Sheer Cold is, you know, it was 100% going to land that turn, but since you use Protect, you know, that's not going to happen anymore. So I'm going to have to obviously chance a Sheer Cold here, and I can't go for my Mind Reader and Sheer Cold combination. So Articuno is on its last legs here. I've got a couple of turns left, and that is it. And I was thinking to myself, what should I do? I'm a little bit stuck at the moment. You know, I'm in a very, very bad position. I'd start off well to this battle, but now Blaziken got lucky there, because if I wasn't burned by the Scald earlier on, this, you know, I wouldn't be in this position, right? But it is, and you've got to adapt, people. So I'm burned at the moment, thinking to myself, okay, I definitely know the Blaziken is going to use Protect this turn, right? They know that I'm going to do that, right? And they're going to go for Protect, and I'll fake to the burn. This gives me a rare opportunity to swap this out and go into Lugia. Bear in mind that Blaziken now has like +6 in attack and +3 or 4 in speed, so it can outspeed every single Pokemon on my team. Plus, I noticed the Hail was ending that turn, which wouldn't break my Multiscale, right? So you can see where this is going. Now, since it's got a lot of attack stat here, my only choice is to go for Dynamax Lugia and rely on its extreme bulk to be able to live this attack and take out the Blaziken with a max mind. So I've got no doubt in my mind I can take the Blaziken out in Dynamax, and that's the plan here. That's my only way to live like a Blaziken super broken attack. It's got to be really like, I don't know, like not a fighting move, so it'll be a flying, like a fire move for sure, like, I don't know, like Flare Blitz or Blaze Kick, something along those lines. So going for the Dynamax Lugia here. Target is going to be the Blaziken. So Blaziken is going to use Flare Blitz, and that did a heap of damage there. Like, and it even burned me too. I was like, wow. So if I didn't have my Multiscale, that was nasty. Like, that could have probably taken him out very, very close there. So that play with the Protect on the substitute was a vital play, because I wouldn't have had another free swap in by that. You know, that could have been really, really bad. Plus, I kept my Articuno in the back too, so I might be able to use that for something else. So Blaziken is going to be ended, which is great. And we've got a couple more Pokemon left. And the next Pokemon is going to be the Gengar. So I thought, okay, Gengar, I noticed this in team preview too. I was like, well, Gengar could be G-Max, and it is going to be G-Max. Like, I don't think I'm going to outspeed Gengar. I mean, if I do, it's done, you know. I've got that Lugia. It's going to be hitting it for a super effective amount of damage. And now my Lugia set, as I mentioned before, was a timid nature. So he was pretty quick, you know. Lugia's got a decent amount of speed. So here comes Casper the Ghost there. And the funny thing is, I actually outsped the Gengar, which my Lugia. So I was like, okay, that's really, really good. And I was like, okay, well, that's a one-hit KO there. And the Gengar has got a Focus Sash. I was like, okay, there you go. So I got a crit there, which I definitely didn't that mattered at all, right? So it's got to focus actually. Here comes a G-Max Terra. That's actually not going to take Lugia out just due to its pure bolt. That's about it, right? So my Lugia's got like two more turns left after this burn. So I can leave 2 more burns. So now the Gengar is going to go for the Max Guard, stalling another turn of my Dynamax out. That was a good play there. I went for Max Airstream. Just for like a move to try and take it out and increase my speed. But to no avail. So that's my last turn of Dynamax here. And I was like, well, I can actually take a G-Max Gengar out with a Twister. Only on PIMPNITE channel, people. It's probably the only time you're going to see that one happen. And Gengar is going to faint. Unfortunately, at the same time, my Lugia, if you look at its health stat, it only had 7 health, so I'm going to be fainting it too. But that was excellent. So Lugia was the MVP there at stopping that Blazing Alive. That was it. If I didn't have Lugia there just to tank the hit, I was done. So we're going to swap in Articuno now, and I thought this is a prime time to try and go for a sheer cold here. So Togekiss is going to probably try and attack me or set a nasty plot up. It's going to go for an Air Slash instead. So like, okay, that's fine. I thought they may chance a nasty plot there, hoping that I'd miss and die to the burn. But I guess they didn't want to take that chancey, you know what I mean? So that's the end of the Articuno there. We're going to be going into Moltres now. Now, Moltres has got Flare Blitz. I was like, you know what? I'm going for Flare Blitz. This is going to be good against the Togekiss, and it's going to outspeed it and take it out too. So bye-bye, Togekiss. Excellent work there, Moltres. Moltres has really played a really, really big part in this battle. Last Pokemon is going to be the Roserade. It's like, okay, Roserade, if you don't have a sash, you are done. Outspeed the Roserade here, and the Flare Blitz is going to take out the Roserade. And that, my friends, is the end of the battle. My last 2 Pokemon, which is interesting, really couldn't do anything in that matchup. You know, Pikachu and Slowking, they couldn't do a lot there. They would have been countered by the last couple of Pokemon. So that's why I actually thought this is a very, very close battle in the end. All right, people, that's it. Peace out.